time. He ended the game with 30 seconds on his clock. Magnus is in sublime form, as you put it, and a Jababa London. I like what I see.
That was just a brilliant... I can't get that out of my head. So we are into this next game. I'm going to force myself to move on, just like many people in the chat in their relationship. Oops, sorry, I shouldn't talk about things like that. But here we see that the position is one that resembles it did resemble a Caracan for a moment. Now there's a pawn on c6. And Danya, this match clearly in Magnus' favor, but Vidit, he will try to fight for those last few games.
He will indeed, and I think chat is holding me to my promise of leaving the commentary. I honestly did not mean that for dramatic effect. I thought there was no way Magnus would find knight takes before because we saw that it was the best move. And at least speaking for myself, I still didn't understand it. So how can somebody find it within the confines of a bullet game and calculate it out? Well, that is why there's only one person on the planet named Magnus Carlsen. Actually, there's probably more than one, but there's only one of these Magnus Carlsens.
Yeah, Magnus Carlsen, #1 rated player in the world. What a find that was by him. And Vidit is still playing well. Despite the match score getting away from him, the level of play from Vidit has been really high. It's just unfortunate for him that he's playing as Magnus Carlsen.
Absolutely. And Vidit should hold his head up high. Like I said, he scored some victories. He was completely even with Magnus for 60 minutes, 60, in the 3+1 time control. He was just lacking a little bit at the beginning of the match. And obviously the bullet has been all Carlsen. There is just nothing anybody can do when Magnus displays this kind of form in the 1-minute time control.
And in this game here, we see that it's even material. Both sides have bishop, 2 rooks, and 6 pawns. But Magnus is trying to spring free a passer on the queen's side with a move like b5 and then perhaps c5.
And just to quickly round off the topic, someone in the chat said that resembled a Mikhail Tal game. Absolutely. Tal did have a couple of brilliancies in the modern Benoni. So I really think that is a good parallel to draw. Tal would definitely be proud of that one.
Yes, and we often say Mikhail Tal when we see a tactical game, but as you mentioned, an opening that he was fond of, he had some great successes in. And in this game here, Danya, we have an end game where it's 2 rooks, bishop, and 5 per side. The center is opening up. I'm starting to like Vidit's position in the end game.
I'm liking Vidit's position as well. You can take on e5. That's a check. That gives you a tempo to escape the possibility of a fork. Vidit activates his rook a2, threatening bishop g4, threatening bishop takes b5, and forcing Magnus to drop his king all the way back to its initial square.
And the black king could have gone up to f4, but instead it goes back to d6, so he retreats. And the d4 pawn being loose over here, is there some kind of tactic with rook takes e2?
There might be, and bishop takes b5. Magnus playing for a win once again.
He wants a rook c7 at some point.
Oh. King f2 apparently is the only winning move.
No way.
He's going to find it.
Is there a checkmate there? Is he weaving a checkmate now with g3?
Yes. Rook takes d4 and g3 mate. And he's gone g3 immediately. Wrong move order.
And look at the black king.
He's going to lose.
Yes, because the white king is the one getting mated.
Oh my gosh, he came so close, did Magnus. I think he just confused the move order. And Vidit, a couple of moves away here from getting his first victory. Rook e2 mate. Oh, sexy in his own right.